Welcome to Cousin Sal's Winning Weekend. Hope you are enjoying your off season of OTAs with family and friends. We're taking a break from betting today, but don't worry, I'm sure we'll find something to wager on. All right, you know what? Here, I'll set the line at times you go to the bathroom during this program at 2.5, and I'm taking the over. So send me your Venmo. We'll settle up at the end of the show. Hey, we're doing something a little bit different today. You know, we've had so many great guests over the past year, athletes, comedians, celebrities, DIVENCENZOs. They've all shared one thing besides not knowing how to unmute themselves when they got on the Zoom call. Each guest has had to answer my Cousin's Conundrum.
Cousin's Conundrum.
There you go, music to my ears. Yes, my absurd final question that places each guest into a complicated scenario that they have to navigate through, and no one's safe, not even Oscar winner and massive University of Texas fan Matthew McConaughey, who had a deal with this conundrum. Take a listen. All right, Matthew, I've got one more question for you, and this is important. We call it Cousin's Conundrum.
Cousin's Conundrum.
You find out you have a year of eligibility. You join the Longhorns team as a fifth-string receiver. There are some injuries, so you get a chance to play, and Quinn Ewers throws you the game-winning pass in the national title game. Do you take that deal if it means for the rest of your life you have to wake up to Boomer Sooner, the Oklahoma fight song, as your alarm?
Hell yeah, I can deal with a little bit of ear noise and ear crap for making the winning catch from Quinn in the end zone with the national championship. I think I can put up with that easy.
Okay. I mean, you don't like the song, right? You must.
No,
have
I don't like the song,
reaction.
but I'd find some other jig to it, and hell, I'd make new lyrics to it in Spanish or something.
You'd sing it from bed? All right.
Yeah.
In Spanish.
I'll turn that around. Actually, yeah, what I'll do is I'll hook it up to my TV. So every time my alarm goes off, that play replays on the TV, so I can look at that and go, worth putting up with, isn't it?
Wow, look at that. What did you're like an entrepreneur. I hadn't even thought of that. Wow, you made it very, very easy on yourself. Personally, I could sleep through a Metallica concert, so it wouldn't have bothered me either. Thanks again to Matthew McConaughey, hook 'em horns, and a big all right to you. So that's how it works. Now that you've had a little refresher, let's get to some more Cousins Conundrums. This first group is made up of former players from my favorite teams, the Dallas Cowboys and New York Mets. Yuck. Let's start things off with my forever QB1, number 9, Tony Romo. Okay, you have either a 4-foot putt to win the 2025 Masters, or you have 4th and goal from the 4-yard line, last play of the game, your team is down to win the Super Bowl this year, let's say for the Cowboys.
Super Bowl.
You choose
not even close.
You're going Super Bowl. Okay.
It's not even close. Like, yeah.
All right. Now
football, football's a hair more passionate, and I love golf, but yeah.
Thank God. I'm glad you answered that. Okay, but here's the flip side. If you fall short on 4th and goal from the 4, your son Jones, who you named after Jerry Jones, has to have Jerry Jones's hair for the rest of his life.
Jerry's hair has come back strong. You'd love it now if you see it. But okay. I think especially with the knowledge I have now, I like my chances on 4th and goal. My body, I could play a play. I'm not sure I could make the drive or the quarter consistently anymore, but you give me the ball with one play, I think I can.
What's the play? Tell me the play, because now I'm into this. I have to hear it. What's the play?
See if I can make this simple for you in layman, because I know you don't know ball at the highest level, but I'm going to pretend like you do. But there's 11 guys on defense. So picture the game as math. Leverage and math, I call it. So if there's 11 guys, you rush 4 of them on average. 4 guys are rushing. You got 7 defenders. We can only throw the ball to 5 guys. Well, that free safety that's always in the middle of the field, right up there. So here's the line. You put 4 guys on defense right here that rush the quarterback. Now there's 3 other guys, linebackers, and you take this safety right up here and you bring him down. So now you got 4 underneath defenders. And then you got a corner and a corner. So 4, 8, 9, 10. There's always a free safety right up here who's always played in the middle or back of the end zone, just because that's how they've always done it. Well, I think teams have gotten smart and they said, well, no one can throw over the top of us because you're out of bounds. So they brought him down in here, and they put 5 guys right here with 2 corners, one there and one over there. And I always said, well, it's still numbers and math. If the safeties don't come down, you don't have guys in the run game. If I put all my guys right here, big guys, we just run it right here. But they put everyone there. Well, then this guy who's sitting outside, the wide receiver, is one-on-one. And so this is where I think you're going to see a lot of more like, just go up and run a back shoulder, quick pass behind you.
You're going one-on-one CD over the shoulder pylon,
but you're not throwing a soft little fade where it's like, go make the play. You literally
you zip it in.
All you do is you sit there and you practice it and you say, that safety comes down here in the run game, we throw the ball there. He stays out there and double CD, we run the ball. They're a guy short. It's just numbers. To me, on 4th and 4, you got to have multiple things. That's the thing people don't realize. You don't just call a play and be like, this play is going to work. I'm perfect with the play caller. No, you have things built in. You have 2 plays called and then a 3rd check if the quarterback has knowledge and in the system over years to be like, neither one of these are good. This is the 3rd. And then you go off your film study and be like, they run this or this in critical situations. Then it goes this or this in 4th down critical. This or this in 4th and goal situations inside the 5. So you start to know that before the week. You can map that out, and then you get your 2 or 3 plays where you can go ahead and get to the right one based on what guy, who tells you, is it the front? Is it the safety coming down? Is it the leverage of the nickel corner? Whatever it is. And that tells you where to go, and it gives you the best chance of success. But we're not calling one play, here's the play. I'd have a lot of plays ready, but we'd be prepared before we showed up.
Let me tell you, I am getting goosebumps, number 9, envisioning this. And I don't know if it could happen, but I pray that 4th and 4, you have the chance. Oh, that would be so great. And God help poor young 7-year-old Jones if it doesn't have, he has gray follicles for the rest of his life if it doesn't. But I'm with you.
What about Jack's hair? Jack Romo's the one who's got to take the hair on too. Then if I score, he gets to keep the hair. He doesn't get your hair.
He hasn't taken a hat off in like 7 years. I don't know.
Oh, he's just like me. That's why I love him.
That's right. Tony, thank you. I can't thank you enough for returning my text first and also agreeing to be on the show and agreeing to join us every week at this time on Cousin Sal's Winning Weekend for free. I mean, that is big breaking news now I have for everybody.
See you next week, guys.
Before we let you go, Ron, I've got one more question for you, and we're calling this Cousin's Conundrum. All right. Now, if this doesn't work out, we're never doing this again. But you are the very first. You are the very first player of Cousin's Conundrum. Yes. Well, we'll see. We'll see if it's nice. All right. So here's the conundrum. It's the last game of the year at Citi Field. It's late September. Someone screws up and locks the door to the broadcast booth. You have no cell service. You're stuck there until April, as far as you know. It's clear no one's coming to rescue you. Okay. Who do you eat first, Gary or Keith?
Gary is in impeccable shape.
Okay.
All he eats is chicken thighs and broccoli, and his sweets are a health bar. Keith, on the other hand, is eating fine foods. He's having sweet breads. He's having the finest wines. At some point, I think Gary's going to be a little leaner meat, which is what's going to get me through the tough winter. So
okay. Oh, so it's going to be Gary. Oh, I would have thought you you indulge and get the bigger bites out of Keith. Okay. Wow.
Maybe, but at some point, I have to have someone to talk to. And Gary and I are close, but Keith and I have a ring together. So at least as we're contemplating death, maybe we could talk about and reminisce about how good we used to be.
Well, that's great. Well, I appreciate you giving that nonsensical question that much thought. Thank you. Here we go. You're affectionately known for the last 40 or plus years as Dr. K. And here's the conundrum. Let's say you go on and become an actual doctor and you develop the cure for baldness and you make millions and millions. You're rich beyond your wildest imagination. But for the rest of your life, anyone who comes in contact with you hands you a carrot and says, "What's up, doc?" And you have to take a bite of that carrot. Are you taking that deal? Cure baldness?
Yes, sir.
Multi-millionaire?
Yeah, I'll take it.
You're taking it. Really?
Yeah, I love carrots anyway.
You better. Everybody you meet, you're gonna have to. Maybe if you hide in that great room, you wouldn't have to worry so much about it. But okay,
If you're ever in Long Island, feel free to come by.
I would love to come by, and you know what? I'll bring you endless carrots, and we'll discuss this cure to baldness. I'd love the answer. All right, it's Black Friday, and you are a representative of the Dallas Cowboys, and you are tasked. You know what Black Friday is? You go around, you shop, but this time it's at the NFL outlet store. So you're essentially a general manager, and you get to pick a quarterback, a running back, a wide receiver, and a defensive standout that's currently on another NFL roster. But you'll be adding them to the Cowboys next season. You understand? You have 30 seconds.
I get to pick.
You're running through.
I get to pick a quarterback,
running back, wide receiver, and a defensive standout. 4 players. 30 seconds. Grab your cart. Go.
Anybody. Wait, anybody?
Anybody.
Oh, man. My defensive player is going to be TJ Watt. I'm going to go right there. I'm going to start there. I'm coming back. I'm taking Justin Jefferson at wide receiver. I'm taking Saquon Barkley now at running back. And my quarterback, I'm taking Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, man. Was that too easy? Maybe that was too easy for a conundrum.
That was way too easy.
Really?
First of all, I'm taking Patrick Mahomes over. That's a different dude there.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes is a different dude. But yeah, that's easy. That's easy.
Damn.
Especially right now.
Yeah.
You got a quarterback running by what? Can you imagine that? Patrick Mahomes, Saquon Barkley, and Justin Jefferson.
Yeah. All right. Well, you got me. I try to stump you, man. You got through the outlet in about 18 seconds. Good job by you.
But I talk football each and every day. That's all I do.
Listen, this is an easy one, I think. Usually my conundrums are very layered, but this is simple. You finally get your elusive World Series ring, but it's while playing with the New York Yankees. Do you take the ring, or do you leave things as is, ending your career ringless, but with the beloved New York Mets? I'm going to put my head down and pray that you lie to me right now. What are you going to do, David Wright?
I mean, come on. There's no place like that. I would never, ever, it wouldn't even mean anything to me winning elsewhere. So, it's for me, it's Mets or bust.
God bless you. God bless you. Forget July 19th. Let's retire that number right now. Thanks again to David Wright. There was exactly one way to answer that question, and he nailed it like a patented bass knock off the wall. We'll be celebrating during D. Wright's jersey retirement ceremony tomorrow at Citi Field. Hopefully he gets the opportunity to pinch hit for Soto. Time for a quick break. We've got lots more Cousins Conundrums on the way. Which referee will Drew Brees sentence to prison for $10 million? Would Phil Simms agree to get sacked by Lawrence Taylor every month for the rest of his life? We'll find out when this special edition of Cousin Sal's Winning Weekend continues. Welcome back to Cousin Sal's Winning Weekend. We're reliving some of my favorite Cousins conundrums. And, we've had our share of great quarterbacks on the show, and they all had to survive my blitz of bizarre queries. Let's reminisce, starting things off with 2-time Super Bowl winner and Bigelow Tea aficionado, New York Giants legend, Phil Simms. You ready? Here's the conundrum. It's something I don't think you've ever been asked before, but you could tell me. You are one of the most accurate quarterbacks of all time. So you are given 3 footballs, and you must throw them through a tire from 10 yards out. You've seen this carnival game, right? You get 3 balls, throw them through a tire.
Sure.
If you make all 3, you get a stuffed animal, and that animal is stuffed with $10 million. Damn. But if you miss even one, once a month for the rest of your life, Lawrence Taylor sacks you out of nowhere. You don't even know when it's coming.
Right.
Do you take the deal?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Not even thinking. I mean, sign me up.
So is this an indictment of you know you're going to nail the 3 throws, or you don't think Lawrence Taylor's tough and you don't care?
I would be very surprised if I didn't throw all 3 right through it. And I might even do it underhanded. That's how I throw the ball.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. But Lawrence Taylor, it's worth taking a hit from him. And he always said, Tim's just once. I go, yeah, but you can't.
If you miss this tire throw, he can once a month. In fact,
as long as I don't know what's coming, it doesn't hurt as bad. Just wipe me out. Yeah,
Right.
so-
That's when people get hurt. They tense up. Right.
Oh yeah, but that's a pretty damn good one. But I mean, for real, I would take it.
I'm going to try to set it up. I know some
Okay.
carnival guys, and
It's just going to stay there. 10 yards. 10 yards.
10 yards, yeah, 10 yards. But think about the fear of Lawrence Taylor. I mean, he might be ready right there to sack you right as soon as you miss.
Reggie White crushed me many times. Jerome Brown, Richard Dent, Charles Haley.
Right.
Okay, Lawrence might be the best of all of them, but well, maybe I can't take it like I used to. I'm a little too old.
Well, we'll see. We're going to get this going. We're going to.
Oh my gosh, this will be hilarious. Of course, you know I'm going to do the tire thing, but there's no way we're going to have Lawrence hit me, so I'm all in.
Well, Lawrence will hear about this, and he'll be at your door before you know it. Before this interview's over.
Oh my God!
All right, you come from a family of attorneys, so you know a little bit about the law. Let's say you are now the Chief Justice of the Louisiana Supreme Court. Judge BREES has to send one of the following people to federal prison for life. Is it Rams defensive back Nickel Roby Coleman for attempted manslaughter on Saints wide receiver Tommy Lee Lewis in the 2018 NFC Championship game, or that game's referee Bill Vinovich for gross and utter depraved indifference for human life for not calling the flagrant penalty? Your Honor, what say you?
Well, it wasn't Bill Vinovich. His responsibility was to watch the quarterback, right? So he had to for me. It was the other two guys, right? Nickel Roby was just being a football player. He was just reacting, right? Now, he knows he was guilty. In fact, had you asked him at that moment, was that pass interference? Like, he looks around, he's waiting for the flag. Like, go back and look at he's looking around, he's waiting for he's guilty. He would have pled guilty. So I wouldn't have had to worry about that. Guilty for pass interference. It's the two officials that literally were standing on the sideline, reached in their pocket. Watch it. They grab their flags. They look at each other, and they put them back in. Those are those two guys. Those two guys would be going to prison.
Those are those guys. Though they share a cell. You're saying, okay.
Guilty.
I'm good with that. I think that's fine. I think you'd make a good justice. I personally am really. I had a lot of money on this game, and I don't have to relive it any more than I already did. 20-20, under 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Disgusting. I think the worst no call in the history of sports. I really do. But you've made your decision already. You're good. You are a huge hockey fan, New York Rangers specifically, right? That hasn't changed as far as I know.
That has not changed, no.
All right. Now, the Rangers make you an honorary team captain. They go on to win the Stanley Cup. You get your name on the cup and everything. New Yorkers recognize you as the good luck charm. You're the grimace, the OMG for the Rangers, but it actually worked, okay? You win the cup. Now, here's the downside. You have to travel with the Costco guys and give out booms and dooms every day for a month. You're the original boomer. Are you familiar with AJ and Big Justice and these Costco guys?
Yes. 100%. Yes. I would do that for a cup. 100%.
You would? Wow. Every day. Chicken bakes
I would have
and
to.
chocolate chunk fudge. You would do it.
Boom or doom. Yes, I would do it. Yes. I mean, look, I saw one cup in 94. My son was 3 years old. We shared it together. He doesn't remember an inkling of it. And I would love to share it again with him and my grandson before I die. So hopefully in the next couple of years it will happen.
All right. Well, I appreciate that fandom. That's a commitment. I have to say, that's a lot of chicken bakes. By the way, you're the original boom. You should sue these guys. You should be able to get in on royalties.
Well, that Chris Berman, gave himself my nickname. I don't know what else.
Whatever.
A lot of people like to use it. So, right.
All right. Putting you on the spot here. You just won an Emmy, well deserved, but I'm offering you the option to trade the Emmy in for either a gold medal as quarterback of the U.S. flag football team, or perhaps a more prestigious honor. You're named the new James Bond. You did wear 7 with the Texans. You'd be switching to 007. What are you doing? You're staying or you're trading?
Trading, easy answer. Give me the gold medal for America.
Really? Look at that.
Easy answer.
Nice. What would you do? I see a spot right in the back where it could go.
I would wear that thing cluttered. All over the place. A narcissistic,
you know what?
Just at the beach, working out, school drop off, coaching games, whatever.
I'm going to campaign for this, Dan Orlovsky. I really think this could happen because I think a lot of the owners would be like, no, Patrick Mahomes, you're not going to try out for this team. And then it could go down. You could be the one. Just keep your hand up there and they'll get you on the roster. I love it.
For or 500th option.
There you go. Thanks again to Dan Orlovsky. Also, for the record, I'd love to throw my name in the hat to coach that USA flag football team. These colors don't run, and neither will my offense. Let's change it up and go from football to funny men. Comedians have also had to answer some of my toughest cousins conundrums, starting with my pal and Roastmaster General Jeff Ross, who I put through a hypothetical life and death scenario. You have Tom Brady's career, but you also have Tom Petty's hair, Tom Arnold's liver, and you have to pay Tom Cruise's ex-wives. Do you take the deal, or are you just Jeffrey Ross, which is pretty damn good?
Man, as much as I admire Tom Brady, and the first time I met him, I fell in love with him. Like, he's the most beautiful person and inspirational. I like my life enough where I think I'm good.
Look at you.
I feel like this is our time, Sal.
Yeah.
This is our time. We're in our prime, baby. This is our time.
I love it.
So I wouldn't trade with anyone. I wouldn't trade with anyone.
That's the right answer. Chief Wiggum arresting Aaron Rodgers for selling ayahuasca in the Jets locker room, or Jim Brockmire calling Edwin Diaz striking out Aaron Judge to win Game 7 of the 2025 World Series between the Mets and Yankees.
All right, well, let's start with Wiggum. Aaron Rodgers, they're under arrest for the sale of illicit substances in a professional football team locker room. Although I see that it is the Jets, so I don't think that qualifies. So I'm letting you go this time, Rodgers. Just watch yourself.
Beautiful. I don't know if you could top that or if you want to try.
What did you say? Edwin Diaz striking out
Aaron Judge, maybe bases loaded.
Diaz deals, bases jacked, bases full of Yankees. And here comes a 3-2, swung on and missed. And Yankee fans all over the world can suck it. I think that's
beautiful. Knicks owner James Dolan approaches you and says, hey, look at this. I have season tickets courtside for you for the rest of your life. You could sit there, the Garden, front row, next to Tracy Morgan. The catch is Tracy vomits every game, and you're responsible to cleaning up after him. Do you take the deal?
I will 100% take the deal. I mean,
usually people think about the conundrums, and we have an effect, and we zoom in on your face. The spit wasn't dry on my lip.
I take that deal. Okay. Look, I'm a dad. Vomit after the first 2-3 games, I'll be used to it.
Okay.
I'll be watching in a hazmat suit with a bucket, and I'm ready to go. I'll know the timing of it. I'll know what causes it. And I know it's going to happen, so I'm fine with it. In fact, I happen to think that's a good pitch. Let me go to the games with Tracy as like a vomit preventer.
Yes,
yeah. Or a custodian. I'll be his personal custodian.
Yeah, you don't even have to dress. The problem is if you're taking the wife out on a date, like so you get 2 tickets and she's like, and you see a great game and they beat the Pacers in the playoffs. You're like, all right, babe, go wait in the car for me. I have some vomit to clean up.
I gotta clean up.
Very romantic. I don't know.
I know, but I already have a bunch of keys on my belt. I'm telling you, I'm a perfect person to be his personal janitor.
Thanks again to Adam Pally for dealing with one of my favorite and messiest conundrums. Time for another quick break. When we return, it's the sports analysts, Jim Nantz, Mina Kimes, Jay Bilas, and more when Cousin Sal's winning weekend continues. Hey, welcome back to Cousin Sal's Winning Weekend. We're recapping some of my favorite cousins conundrums from the past year. Now let's get to some of the analysts we've talked to, starting with the great Jim Nantz, who took on my own peculiar tradition, unlike any other, with a special Masters-themed conundrum. Take a listen. This has never been asked of you before. I'm almost positive of it. All right, you get a Masters exemption for the rest of your life. Okay, you go from calling Augusta to playing in it, and you can even pick the other 2 players in your opening round groups. Rest of your life. But in return, one Sunday every month, you wake up with laryngitis. Do you take the deal?
No.
Really?
First off, I would play with Freddie Couples, who I played a lot of golf particularly early in the year when we were rooming together down at Houston in the same dorm suite with my buddies Blaine and John and our whole group. And of course, he went on to a Hall of Fame career. But I have the dream job at Augusta. Playing in it, in my weird way of thinking, would not be as fulfilling as being a voice for that tournament and blending my voice with that beautiful, soft Augusta melody. It's a dream for me. This is exactly what I wanted to do since I was 11 years old. That job, that was it. That drove me. It was an obsession for me. I've told the story many times. It's not good copy. It's real. It was burning in my heart. I have all that I could ever want at Augusta by sitting above that 18th and down at Butler Cabin and welcoming a worldwide audience to a tradition unlike any other, the Masters on CBS.
Did it.
All that's missing here is the melody. That's a shame. A shame I didn't have it all queued up for you. But
we will add it in post-production. Don't worry about that. All right, that's a good answer. I would have liked to have seen you call like Bills Chiefs with laryngitis, but it's fine.
I've done that. I've done games before with laryngitis, but it wasn't in football, thank heavens. And now that you've hexed me, I don't know which game I'm going to have to miss in December or in the coming weeks.
No.
It happened at a college basketball game for me several years ago. I was working with Billy Packer for years.
Yeah.
We were doing it in UCLA, ranked #1 against Stanford, top 5 at Maples Pavilion. And I had no voice, and Billy had to call the entire game.
The good news is a lot of the great college basketball announcers sound like they have laryngitis to begin with. So you fit right in there.
Yeah, that strain in the voice. Yes. Yes. Whatever it might be. Yes.
All right. You can handle it. You answered $1 million question on Celebrity Millionaire. This is easy. But I do have to take you back. Super Bowl 49, 25 seconds left. Russell Wilson, you know what happens. Passes on 2nd and goal. Malcolm Butler. Ugliness all around. Worst play in NFL history. I'm there watching with Simmons and Affleck and Damon. I hate to drop names, but it was an awful viewing experience for me and the rest of the world, I imagine. Okay, especially for you, though. You have a chance to rectify this. On 2nd and goal from the 1, Pete Carroll chooses to hand off to Marshawn Lynch off tackle. So that other play is erased. You have a chance to win with the handoff. The only problem is the trade-off is you personally can never complete another crossword puzzle again.
You're giving me that choice?
That's the conundrum.
It's not a conundrum. I'm not handing it off. I'm still throwing it because throwing was the right decision, just not that throw.
Wow. Okay. All right. But I have to make you decide. So you're going to make another, you get a different
throw. I'll roll Russell out, perhaps, give him an option. Little pitch, maybe. I don't know. I'm not doing that throw. I'm not doing a freaking into that much traffic.
Okay.
How about a conundrum for you? Do you let Tony Romo snap the football against the Seahawks in, what was it, 2014?
You have to go. You have to leave, Mina. This has been too long. This is
the
my conundrum. This is not
Kimes conundrum.
Mina's Kimes conundrum. Yeah, you have the alliteration. Well, I'm trying to fit the crossword thing in there. You'd be okay with giving up 36 down? Screws you every time. You can't get past it?
I'm doing the crosswords and I'm throwing to win the Super Bowl. It's not
doesn't seem like you're
false
making
dilemma.
Now, you're obviously upset with how the refs favor the Chiefs, but you can turn it all around. I am giving you the ability to change any call on the field by pressing a button from your living room. All right? Pretty good power. Here's the catch. You also, as head zebra, you would have to take on a zebra as a pet for the rest of your life. It has to live in the house somewhere with you. Do you do it?
No, because I'm not playing, so I'm not really that invested. The Broncos aren't in this thing, so I'm good.
Really? But don't you think these calls will take years off your life eventually? And, there'd be a nice little, you could settle in and blood pressure way down. No?
Yeah, no, I think the blood pressure would go way up if you had a zebra living in your house.
I disagree. I know a lot of people have done this, housed a zebra, and it's been fine. The Chiefs tell you you're getting a statue. And the statue is of you dunking on the goalpost. It stands proudly just outside of Arrowhead Stadium. Your helmet will be off because we can't hide that face of yours. But here's the conundrum. The statue is designed by the same guy who made Dwayne Wade's statue and you have no final approval. Whatever he comes up with, you're going with. What are you going to do?
Oh, hell. I take it. I take it anyway. That's a cool stat. But you're looking like a damn, like Scream. Like you had the Scream mask on. That was awful. Poor Dwayne. You know, if I was Dwayne, I'm telling you, I would say, I'm going to pay my own money and we're getting rid of that. We're going to cut the head off and we're going to start from scratch. We'll keep the statue, but we got to put a new face up there or something.
Yeah, you cut the head off, it's fine. But you know that guy is legally blind in both eyes, the guy who made the statue?
No, he's not. Please don't tell me that.
No, I don't know. I don't know that. It is weird, though. You're a little younger than me, but there was you remember the Lionel Richie video, Hello? You might not remember.
I remember that, yeah.
There's a blind woman. She was able to pull off an uncanny likeness using clay. Maybe they should hire her to do the future statues from here on.
I love it. Well, they need to do something. Poor, that was awful. But hey, that's why you're going with it, though. That's not going to happen. If that did happen, I'm paying for the remodel. It's coming up.
There you go. You have to fight Jake Paul and his brother Logan Paul at the same time. If you win, we never have to hear from the Pauls again, and as a result, you receive the Presidential Medal of Freedom for your service to humanity. But if you lose, you have to get that Mike Tyson face tattoo. Are you taking the deal?
I'm taking the deal.
Yes. I love it. I love it. Tell me why. Do you like the tattoo or you're just confident in your boxing abilities?
I'm taking the deal because I feel like, we got to really worry about Jake has a bigger punch.
Mm-hmm.
The other one can fight a little bit, but he don't have a big punch. So as long as you don't get caught by Jake's big punch, fight should be easy.
Right. So what do you just go right after Logan? You go right after Logan? Say, hey, you got to take my best.
Right away. Right out. Get him out of there quick.
Yeah, I like it. I like this. What a tremendous guest you are. Duke wins the title. They go 6-0 over the 3 weeks of the tournament. They roll everybody by 40. They even call on you to cut down the nets. Okay? But in order for this to happen, every day for the next 30 days, you have to sleep next to the Duke mascot, the Blue Devil. Nothing weird, just him in his costume in the same bed. I'm guessing your wife would choose to sleep on the couch. But if this doesn't happen, Duke loses to Quinnipiac in the first round, and everyone knows it's your fault. Do you take the deal?
Well, I actually have know a little bit about the mascot. Have you ever gotten a whiff of how bad that thing smells?
I have not, but I have a feeling I know where you're going.
The mascot's running around in Cameron all the time, sweating in that costume. That thing smells horrible. So I would say that good luck Quinnipiac in the second round. I don't think I would volunteer to take a whiff of that for 30 days in a row.
Oh, I could have sweetened the deal. I don't know. There's a lawyer in you. I couldn't get it by. All right. Thanks again, Jay. Take it from someone who has slept next to their fair share of mascots. You never really get over it. This next batch of conundrums features current athletes, starting with our pal and massive Cleveland sports fan, The Miz. Here's his answer to a question I believe all long-suffering Cleveland fans have thought of throughout their mostly painful lives. All right, so WWE's Money in the Bank, as you mentioned, is coming up on June 7th. It's here in Los Angeles. You've actually won this and then cashed in the briefcase. You won the title against Randy Orton, right? We don't have to review that. But here's, with my conundrum, you win a different kind of briefcase. It's called the Cleveland Sports Money in the Bank briefcase. And here's what it does. You can run down and change the outcome of any moment in Cleveland sports history.
The drive.
Wow. You don't even think about it.
Not even, no, the drive. If that drive by John Elway on January 11th, 1987 did not happen, by the way, I know the date, how terrible, like I remember it was a 7-year-old. If that drive never happened, we go to the Super Bowl, we win the Super Bowl. No doubt in my mind.
Really? So that's the one.
And that would have changed the trajectory because then we would have never lost our team. Yeah. We would still have Belichick as our coach.
Right.
Think about this. 1987, the drive never happens. 1988, the fumble never happens. Right. 1995, Art Modell is not selling the Cleveland Browns because they are a Super Bowl winning team.
Then, not to mention, we don't go through a quarterback carousel because we have Bill Belichick, who probably would give us Tom Brady.
The Biner fumble, but you did better because you went the year before and you said that set everything in motion. You could have said LeBron's decision. You could have run up on LeBron right before he made the decision to leave.
I was glad he did it because what he said afterwards was, I needed to figure out what a winning franchise feels like and bring it back to Cleveland. And that's exactly what he did.
I think you picked the right one. There's just too many.
I think so.
You and your family get free travel for the rest of your life. Wherever you want to go, you fly first class, costs nothing. You could upgrade, wireless, whatever you want. But for the remainder of your career, you only get 2 steps before being called for travel. Free travel, but only 2 steps for a travel. Do you take it?
Yes, the deal. No steps taken. I'm going to be catch and shooting that thing every single time.
There you go. All right, you come back this week, right? The Colts go on a run. You win a Super Bowl. You take home a title for the city of Indianapolis, but here's the price you pay. You have to take on a physical trait of a former Colts quarterback for the rest of your life. So here's the choice. You have the Super Bowl title, but you're either stuck with Peyton Manning's forehead or Andrew Luck's legendary Civil War bushy beard. Which deal do you take?
Oh, wait. Do I get to, like, line the beard up or anything?
I think so. What does that mean? Just like craft it a little bit?
Yeah, like make it look presentable.
I think so, but it's yes, you can make it look presentable, but it is what it is, as much as it could be for.
Man, as much as I love both of these guys, I might just have to take Peyton Manning's forehead, honestly.
Okay. I understand.
So just to see something new, you know, because I feel like I see enough facial hair on myself right now. So maybe with a bigger forehead, I might look a little different. So I might want to, you know, test that out.
Gotcha. Yeah, and you wear a hat also, so that takes care of a lot of it. You can't really cover the beard, right? Unless you have like a scarf or something.
Yeah.
I like that. But you're all in on the championship, right?
Yeah.
That's going to happen for you. You are guaranteed to never lose another fight in your professional career again. But in return, you have to get a full-on back tattoo of Conor McGregor.
Oh God. Yeah, I'm gonna risk the, fighting wouldn't be fun if it's guaranteed to win. I guess maybe it'd be different. Life would be a lot different. Preparing for fights would be a lot different if you knew you were going to go out there and win. So I enjoy the process of the unknown and all that. And you can't get a giant Conor McGregor tattoo on your back. You just can't do that.
Yeah, that process wouldn't be too thrilling, I imagine. The Conor McGregor tattoo. All right, good. Love that, Sugar Sean. And really, he makes a good point. The world would be better as a whole if we cut down on full-on back tats of Conor McGregor. More conundrums are on the way, including some very Philadelphia Eagles-centric questions involving one of their most iconic plays, one of their newest Hall of Famers, and even one of their biggest fans. The conundrum will soar when Cousin Sal's winning weekend continues. Welcome back to Cousin Sal's winning weekend. We're going to keep it going with the conundrums. You know, the Bible says no two conundrums are the same. And to be honest, some are weirder than others. And much like my good friends, those are the ones I love most. Here are some more, starting with former NFL player, head coach, and the man behind the miracle at the Meadowlands, Herm Edwards. Take a listen. The miracle at the Meadowlands, the most memorable play you were ever involved with as a player, correct?
Yes.
You're an Eagle at the time. Joe Pisarcik, quarterback for the Giants, is running out the clock. The Giants are about to win the game, all right? They botch a handoff to Hall of Famer Larry Zonka. You pick up the loose ball. You take it back for a touchdown. The Eagles win. I don't have to tell you about it. You know it. Here's the conundrum. That play lives on in infamy as it has for 46 years, or in 1978, Joe Pisarcik becomes your personal chauffeur for life, free of charge, and the play is erased from NFL history. It never happened. No one remembers it. Do you exchange that play for never having to drive again?
No, I'll keep the play because and it's funny you say that. You know, Joe Pisarcik ended up coming to the Eagles being the backup quarterback.
Right. That's right.
And so let me tell you his introduction. So we know he's coming. And so we're in the locker room and Dick Vermeil's bringing him to the locker room. And we know this. And the whole team is standing in the locker room before the doors open up.
and Jaworski standing next to me, and he has a football. And the doors come open, and Joe walks in, and Jaws hollers out, "Play it again, Sam." He drops the ball on the ground. I pick it up and give it to Joe Pisarcik.
By the way, I don't know if that ball is the one of those behind you, but that would have been great to get. Did Pisarcik sign it?
No, I didn't have him sign it because he ended up being a teammate. You know, he's been good about it. Now, here's the story that's really funny. Dick Vermeil's on the sideline. He has his back turned away from the play. He's got Jaworski, Carmichael, all the offensive guys saying, "Hey, we might get one more play." This one, he's drawing up this play. And the players are starting to run, just leaving him. And he grabs me and said, "Where you guys going?" He said, "Herm just scored a touchdown." Dick never saw the play.
Wow, that's amazing.
That? Yeah.
But all right, so here, a couple of things on that. First of all, I don't think there was victory. I thought you were the cause of victory formation. I feel like it should be the Herm Edwards formation, not the victory formation.
The quarterbacks kind of took it. You know, they didn't have the guys behind the quarterback like they do now, and the back behind the other backs. Right? It was just quarterback kind of took a knee or stumbled, and everybody blew the whistle. They know it was giving up, right? And so the next week, we put in the victory formation too. And the guy behind, so we had the quarterback, the two backs, and the guy behind those guys, Dick put me back there. So you be that guy.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, well, honorary victory formation guy. Wow. So in a way, your scoop and score led to the most boring play in sports, which is the kneel down. Now everybody has to do the kneel down at the end. Congratulations.
Some people still mess it up.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Right. When I went to college football, you know, when I went to Arizona State, or even when I started coaching, and the first week, you know, you get into obviously killing the game, and I would show that play. And, you know, and a lot of young kids, you know, that play happened in 78, and, you know, I'm coaching now I'm coaching in the 90s, you know, and players see it and they go, you know, it's black and white. It's like, and they're all laughing. And I asked one of the rookies, I ask a rookie all the time, I go, "Who is that?" And they go, "Oh, Coach, that was the Eagle game." I said, "But no, who's the guy?" And they go, "Coach." I said, "Yeah, that's me." And they go, "No." I said, "Yeah, that's me. That's me picking up that ball." And I said, "One thing we're going to do right around here, boys, is we're going to get this victory formation thing figured out."
Good. I'm glad you did, because in college I don't want to say they rarely do victory formation, but they're handing off when they don't need to a lot of times.
We did it at Arizona State. They got the same thing. They saw the tape. They said, "Coach, that's you?" I said, "Yeah, that's me. We're going to get this victory thing right. Let's make sure we get that right."
Right. All right. But so you're not going to exchange. It's a great play, and I know you love talking about it, but a free chauffeur for life? You have no tickets, no tolls, no gas. You know how expensive gas is? You wouldn't take it.
I wouldn't do that to Joe. Joe's a teammate. I'll keep the play.
You are inducted as the first member of the NFL Ivy League Hall of Fame. You get a statue in Canton, not even a bust, a statue. Your own wing. It's a great honor, right? But the conundrum, Ivy League Hall of Fame for the NFL, but you now have to endure poison ivy 3 times a year, and you don't get to pick when you get it. Are you signing off?
No, I'm not. If I could pick when I got the poison ivy,
really,
then yes.
What if I changed it and you were allowed to pick the 3 times you got it? You would do it mostly in the summer before the season.
How long does poison ivy last? Typically,
let's say it lasts like 2.5 days before you knock it out.
Yeah, I would do it. There'd be times I could do it where I'd be by myself, or I could do it. I'd be at the Jersey Shore. Or I would do it. I would do it then. To be in the Hall of Fame and just have to have poison ivy 3 times a year, yeah, I would do it. But I get to pick the times.
You get to pick the times. All right. You know what? I'm going to talk to my guy and we're going to arrange something. You are out there and you break the top sports story of the year. Let's say it involves Taylor and Travis eloping, okay? But if you break the story, your husband, a huge Eagles fan, also breaks his foot kicking the living room ottoman after Philly loses to Green Bay this week. He's out 6 to 8 weeks. Do you break the story if it means he breaks his foot?
Yes. Do you understand the hell I'm living in over the next few weeks? Like, the idea that Jalen Hurts is going through this concussion protocol, and we know this change. This is a story of whether or not the Philadelphia Eagles are going to probably continue in the playoffs or get bounced, one and done. The either way, if the Eagles don't win the Super Bowl, I'm going to probably be miserable. So I might as well get some career success, squeeze some juice out of that thing, because at least that makes me happy. Because dealing with the Eagles fandom and the obnoxiousness is certainly an issue in my house, and I don't like it.
Okay, I figured you'd answer that way. But a broken foot out 6 to 8 weeks, he can't help with the kids. You know, the bath thing is still a problem.
I just had this conversation with someone this morning. I'm not feeling that great. And when you become a parent, when you get sick, you don't even think about yourself. You just think, how am I going to do this with these little guys? But yeah, I think it's, to me, breaking a story trumps anything to do with, trumps anything over Kev.
Okay. That's amazing. Sorry, Kev. We have to root for the Eagles at least one more week. This is not a scenario you've been approached with yet, I'm pretty sure, but here we go. It came from my head, and it's going to be stupid. You are about to get the gold jacket put on you in Canton, Ohio, and a man comes up to you and instead offers you, in exchange for your gold jacket, a golden ticket that gives you $10 million a year for the rest of your life and a chocolate factory. Do you take the deal? Do you give up the Hall of Fame honor?
No. I mean, I'm in that select group that gets to wear the gold jacket, have a bust in Canton, have an area in Canton that people will be able to walk by and see long after I'm gone. And no, I wouldn't trade a ticket or anything for that gold jacket.
I admire your answer, but I think even fewer people own a chocolate factory. If you're really talking about a select group, are you allergic to chocolate? You just don't. I don't know if was that the deal breaker?
I'm a vanilla guy. I have to choose like milkshakes and ice cream. I'm a vanilla dude. So maybe if you would have started off with a vanilla,
we needed to go vanilla factory. I told the producers. Talk about a conundrum. I still can't believe I had a Philadelphia Eagle on my show, but my thanks to Eric Allen and congrats again on a well-deserved induction into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. But that's it. No more Eagles in the Hall of Fame. I'm talking to you, Canton. Time for one last break. When we return, we're going to wrap things up on Cousin Sal's Winning Weekend. Welcome back to Cousin Sal's Winning Weekend. We are all out of conundrums and all out of time. Once again, thanks to all my guests for putting up with my nonsense and coming on to the show. As always, thanks to all of you at home for watching and listening. And please always remember, you may feel like an underdog, but just know you're all my favorites. Happy handicapping.